Welcome back to Living Local. Memorial Day weekend is coming up, and that means more outdoor cooking and eating, but it doesn't have to be filled with boring and fattening foods. You can still have delicious, healthy dishes that your guest will devour in seconds. And here to break out her grilling tongs is Hy-Vee dietitian Nina Struss in this segment sponsored by Hy-Vee. Did you bring your tongs, Nina?
I didn't bring tongs, but I did bring some other fun stuff.
Yes, lots of stuff. We're talking grilling today, and now, you know, we love grilling because it means less cleanup. And it's supposed to be better for you as well, but there's still a lot of oils and sauces that we put on our meats and such. So how is grilling healthier than versus, you know, grilling inside?
Yeah, well, I mean, not necessarily too much of a difference there, but there are some, you know, cooking methods that we might use when we're indoors, like if we're frying or if we're using a lot more butter or things like that when we're using it inside. Outdoors, when we're on the grill, we tend to kind of focus more on lean proteins, throwing more vegetables on the grill. I think that lends a lot of flavor, and so people are more open to and often using that as a really good tool. So it kind of improves the overall health of it as it goes along.
And I think that if maybe we're still using some of those sauces and oils, they're kind of dripping off too, right?
Yeah.
Versus then smothering
Always,
them.
yes. It's important to use oil and sauce and those types of things. You want to have flavor, you want to have moisture, but you're not wrong, right? We're going to get rid of some of that excess instead of it just like sitting in a pan.
Yeah, okay. So how can we incorporate, you know, more fruits and vegetables into our dishes this Memorial Day weekend?
Yeah, so flavor is a big part of it.
Yes.
So whether you're flavoring it yourself, you can use things like avocado oil is a really great one. It has a high heat point, so it's really great when your grill is, you know, up high.
Right.
And so you can use that for your vegetables. You can use it for the fruit too. It's a very neutral flavor, so it can go both ways. I think that's, you can also take some shortcuts too, like these potatoes are awesome. They come already pre-seasoned.
Oh, love
so
that.
you can just, you know, put them in one of the grill baskets or a grill pan if you have one to let them cook on the grill. And then do experiment with fruits. I think people get a little bit, you know, leery of putting fruit on the grill.
Right.
But there's so many great recipes that include watermelon. Pineapple's a really easy one.
Watermelon on the grill?
Watermelon on the grill.
Okay. Okay, now pineapple. I've done pineapple on the grill. Okay.
And pineapple can be sweet or savory. You can use that with like a teriyaki type of a seasoning or something. Watermelon can do the same thing. And then of course, nectarines, peaches, those are actually really tasty on the grill too.
Okay, I had no idea. See, I'm learning all kinds of stuff. Okay, and vegetables. Those are always good on kebabs.
Yes, yes.
But there are some that cook better than others, right?
I would say yes. I mean, you're definitely not going to throw some vegetables on the grill, but things like, you know, peppers and onions, tomatoes, those are pretty easy. Those are really easy to put on a skewer. And then asparagus is one of my favorite. And then of course too, depending on the tools that you have, you can really put anything on the grill. So a good grill basket is really great to have if you like doing different types of veggies. Because think if you're cooking veggies in a pan on the stove, you can do the same thing on the grill if you have something that is, you know, you want the real nice tight fitting ones so that they don't fall through.
Fall through. I was getting ready to say, yeah, you took the words right out of my mouth, because there's nothing like watching all your grilled food that's almost done fall through the slots.
And most veggies can go on the grill. I mean, even romaine lettuce. You can even cut romaine lettuce, like a head of romaine lettuce in half, like the longer ones. Cut them in half, throw them on the grill. There's some really great recipes for those, and it's a delicious way to have a salad.
Okay, so let's talk about marinades. And you say you recommend marinating vegetables and meats.
Yes.
So what kind of marinade would work best?
Yep, so you can do a lot of different varieties. You know, you can utilize oils, different types of oils. I've mentioned avocado oil. You can also use other types of bases or things that will bring in some acid, whether you're using things like lemon juice or citrus is really great. You can buy store-bought marinades too. Those are really easy and, you know, a great way to do.
Yeah.
You can even marinate with yogurt. Most people don't realize that, but it takes a little bit longer to break down the protein, but it's another really great tool to use. Oh,
never thought of that. Okay, so let's talk about meat. So instead of like ribs or maybe fatty ground beef, what are some other options that you would recommend to add a little bit more extra protein?
Sure.
When we're grilling.
Yeah, so focusing on those leaner cuts if you can, 90%, you know, more lean if you can. Chicken breast, if you're choosing steak, trying to look for the leaner cuts because you can see the fat when it's on there. Sirloin, you know, anything with loin or, you know, and then pork can be really great too. You can put pork loin chops on there, or cut it up, put it on kebabs as well. Fish and seafood is super lean as well and can go on the grill, and that cooks up really fast.
Yeah, yeah, that's an excellent idea. Okay, sometimes, you know, it's the extras that we serve with our meals that can kind of add those extra calories as well, and fat. So how can we get more maybe grains into our meals, when we're cooking out?
Yeah, so always something you want to think about, right? Especially if you're putting most of the stuff on the grill. You can either opt to put something else on the grill, or you can cook like rice or quinoa or something like that in the actual, you know, in your house. But even taking, you know, some good ancient grain or whole grain bread, we like to do that and put a little bit of butter or oil on it and stick it directly onto the grill grate.
Yeah.
So literally the entire meal is on the grill, brings a different flavor to it. And then you feel like you're still getting that balance of fiber and whole grains with the meal too. Or if you're having burgers, you know, taking the buns and toasting them a little bit on there as well.
Yeah. An easy cleanup, right?
Totally.
Easy cleanup.
Totally.
We're not in the kitchen
I
cleaning.
love this time of the year for that reason.
Yes, for sure. All right. Well, Nina, thank you so much for coming in to talk to us today.
Yeah.
All right. Again, this segment was sponsored by Hy-Vee, and for more information, you can visit Hy-Vee.com, and we'll also have all those details posted on ourquadcities.com.